Fam over.
Fam, what's good? What's good? It's your boy Thou, FamOverTV. I appreciate everybody tapping into the channel, showing love, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, stopping by, whatever you're doing. I appreciate it. These videos are for entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is always advised. Salute to everyone out there. Hope everybody enjoying this good Tuesday. Good energy around, feeling real good. It's crazy out here with a lot of weather stuff going on. I was talking to one of my friends, man. I was telling him, like, man, you know they can manipulate the weather and everything, and he think it's all just like a conspiracy theory type thing. And he's like, man, you tripping, man. So, of course, I was like, man, let me do a stream today showing proof of weather manipulation and everything. So I gathered some videos and everything. So we go check that out. Salute to everybody in the building. Twan, Buddha, what up with you? Tamara, how y'all feeling today? We got some good content, y'all. Some good content. For a couple more minutes, let some people get in here. I ain't gonna hold y'all up, man. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Feeling good. I just want things to get better for everybody in the world. You feel me? It's super nice outside. It's cold in this house, though. She got that air on like crazy. Mars Room, what's up with you? I ain't gonna hold y'all up, though, man. We got a few people in here. Let's go ahead and get straight to the content, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And let's get it nudie. What up?
We have successfully done with many other trading partners, because Europe is always ready for a good deal, so we keep it on the table. But we are also prepared to respond through countermeasures and defend our interests. And in addition, we will also protect ourselves against indirect effects through trade diversion. And for this purpose, we will set up an import surveillance task force. We will work with industry.
Okay, guys, well, it seems Donald Trump is actually winning the trade war because countries like Japan, Israel, Argentina, and Vietnam have agreed to go on a 0-0 tariff. Well, this is a good thing for the people of America and also a great thing for Donald Trump. But what do you think about this guy? Share your thoughts and opinion in the comment below, and I'll see you in the next video.
That's definitely a dub. They trying to negotiate and everything. They talking about 0-for-0 trade and everything. Hey, it's on.
All of this historic flooding we've been having this weekend, yeah, that's the house behind me, is about to get a lot worse as somebody has accidentally opened a floodgate in Kentucky. Accidentally. And the news is already reporting that this will be the worst flood we have ever seen on the Kentucky River. But I mean, to be fair, every day and every week there's a new worst storm that's the worst we've ever had. They also can't get their story straight, as some articles are saying that they're opening as part of a controlled spill and then evacuation because of an unintentional release of the floodgates. I guess technically it could be both, but the problem here is the most resourceful land in America keeps being attacked by the weather. And with all these once-in-a-lifetime storms happening every single week, and then accidents happening at the same exact time over and over again, it gets a little bit worrisome. Not at all related, completely irrelevant. Do you remember when all of this drama was going on and the things happening around that? The crazy part about this whole thing is all the states affected are bordering one state which has the highest concentration of brick masons, even 30% more than California. Not related, just thought it was a cool fact. I just can't believe all the destruction we're seeing every single day. Then again, I can.
it's just crazy with all this weather and stuff. Like, look at this, all this flooding going on and tornadoes and everything. I can't believe like somebody wouldn't believe that weather manipulation isn't a thing. You know what I'm saying? My homie, he was like, man, that's Mother Nature, man. They can't control the weather and everything. But like, I'm like, man, we ain't seen Dubai making it rain when they want to make it rain and all this stuff and everything. But you know, everybody ain't tapped in. Everybody ain't tapped in, man. It's probably a lot more out there that probably think this all a conspiracy and everything. But I'm looking at this and I definitely believe there's something to all of this. Look at this. Like, this is ridiculous. This was in Arkansas right here. And I had to mute it because I ain't trying to erase all that music. I'm sure they go copyright me or something, y'all. But salute to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Yesterday definitely was crazy, for sure.
Somebody is losing everything right now.
The massive wedge tornado that struck Lake City, Arkansas was captured on video as these folks drove nearby.
Oh, God. Oh.
The twister left widespread devastation as it carved through the town in far northeastern Arkansas.
Oh, my God. This is so big.
Stay tuned to the Weather Channel app for the latest on this developing situation.
So the weather lately has been absolutely on one. Like, I mean on one, and it everywhere. You got blood in the water in Saudi Arabia. You got deserts turning into straight fountains of rivers. You got earthquakes in places that have never had earthquakes before. You got tornadoes flying through places that's never been before. You got rain like no other. You got flooding everywhere. You got rivers, turning into ice because of how cold it is. You got almost wind like dust bowl type of wind happening in the Midwest. Earthquakes happening in different countries. You got the one that just happened in Myanmar that unalived so many people. You got wars and rumors of war. Got an asteroid on its way to Earth right now. What the heck is going on? We're approaching hurricane season, so that's about to be crazy. Tremendous activity along the New Madrid fault line right now, like a lot. There's snow coming in Texas, and it's April. And Texas is infamous for being really, really hot when it's approaching the summertime. Snow in April in West Texas?
That's crazy.
That doesn't make any sense. Now, I know you science geeks are probably going to say, well, it's just the pole shifting, and it happens every 1.57 billion years, and we're in the 1.57. No, bro, the Bible literally says that in the last days, there will be diverse weather catastrophes in the world with frequency and intensity. Remember, frequency and intensity. All these things will happen as a sign of birth pains, the wars, the rumors of wars, all these different things. But Jesus says, see that your heart is not troubled when talking about these things that must come to pass, because the end is not yet. For nation will rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Okay? There will be famine and all these different things in the land. And so we're seeing these things happen at a very rapid pace. And we're going to continue to see these things happen at a very rapid pace. And so, hey, he's at the door. He's at the door.
Hey, they said like back in the day, I don't know if it was Vietnam or something, but one of those wars, they used like some weather machines to manipulate the weather and help them and everything. Like, could we be low key? Could this be like all this weather and all this type of stuff? Could we somehow be getting attacked, even if it's by our own? You know what I'm saying? Could, like, that, if that's what's going on, feel what I'm saying? Like, this shit is crazy because like it is April and this weather been crazy. It's been getting cold out here. It's been getting hot. My homie in Michigan said it just snowed and it just went away and now it's all sunny and everything. Like, it's crazy. What's up, Truth Lady? Baby Cakes. Museum, Soul Restore. What's up with you? It's crazy out here, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Y'all keep the algorithm jumping, man. Salute to everybody in the building. It's good seeing all y'all.
You never want to do that like that in water. This one's coming back. As you can see, the wind has increased and the trees are definitely swaying. It's increased the current flow of the water, and with all that pressure of the wind on those trees, they're beginning to break as the ground erodes, and they are losing their hold. There's a closer view of that bridge and what's going on there. What's sticking up there in the center of it. All the trees that are there.
That shit just don't look natural to me. It's something to it, man. This is crazy. But like they saying, like, why are they flooding certain areas, and why certain areas are only, getting all this damage and everything? Is they trying to cover up something, change something? It's something to all this. If this has happened deliberately, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say that allegedly. Let me say that. You feel me? This might just be Mother Nature. It might just be Mother Nature. I don't know. Appreciate you, Mr. Games, for sure. Right, Maddie. That might be it too.
As I said, that part over behind the trees is where the creek actually is, and now it's river-like conditions. You can see the water is still gushing off that hill, just like it was yesterday. See right here, the water is still pouring out over there. We cut several of the trees behind our house for this very reason right here. When the winds pick up and those trees start swaying, you don't want one to land on your house. So we tried to clear them back as far back as we.
Oh no, they definitely showing they can. There's some videos we about to check out that's proving that they definitely can manipulate the weather, and they definitely been using it for years and years, and you'll be shocked at some of the stuff they can do.
Y'all, what's going on? This Hood News 75. This is some bullshit. We back in the motherfucking Ohio River giving y'all a regular update because this shit is getting high as hell. Imagine you, these stairs are supposed to be way down here with no water around them at all, for real. Like, it's at the top damn near to the street out here. If you stay in East End or Richmond or wherever you are that is affected by this, prayers. Please hit me up on Facebook or Instagram so we can get the community to help you with whatever you need. This is some bullshit. Stay away from these areas. Stay away from the flooded areas, y'all. This shit is crazy. We the only news reporter that's gonna get in this motherfucking river and get y'all the real. Be the fuck safe out here, for real, y'all. Hood News 75, we out.
Hey, yeah, prayers and love to all those areas. All these areas are being hit by this terrible weather and everything. Much love to y'all, man. I hope everything work out. I hope y'all get through it smooth, because I know that's rough, man. It's rough going through all that stuff, losing everything and damage to all your stuff and trying to just get back right in life. And this, all this shit is just a big hold up, a big obstacle. You know what I'm saying? So much love to all y'all.
Scientists scramble as Africa is splitting in two at record speed with a new ocean emerging. What? So geologists are closely monitoring the eastern coast of Africa, where all the continent's tectonic activity is taking place. For the past few decades, the region has been most active in Africa due to seismic-related events and the gradual shifting of three tectonic plates, which is creating deep fissures and ravines in the Ethiopian desert. Both are related. Not good. So just for reference, you have to see what's going on in Africa.
night, 50 feet deep and at its widest, 65 feet across, slicing through a highway and terrifying many who live in this area just west of Nairobi, Kenya.
Now, what's crazy is geologists are seeing oceanic crust. Chris Moore, a PhD graduate of Leeds University, said we can see that oceanic crust is starting to form because it's distinctly different from continental crust in its composition and density. Get out. This is basically what they're predicting. A whole new ocean. Now, the East African Rift is not a new phenomenon. It's been active for millions of years and is behind the formation and breakup of several of the region's most iconic landmarks, such as Mount Kilimanjaro and Lake Victoria. So when could we see the creation of a sixth ocean? Maybe not in our lifetime, or maybe. The plates are moving slowly, about 8 millimeters per year, which means that while separation is inevitable, it's believed the process won't be fully complete for another 50 million years. Yet it looks like this. I don't know, guys. This is wild.
Yeah, this shit crazy. It's the weather crazy all over the world. It's just not over here in America. Everywhere. They using the machines, pressing the buttons all over this crazy. Everywhere, y'all. Everybody got to be safe, man. Be smooth, man. Let's keep it going. Salute to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me, man. I appreciate all y'all. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. And you can chat if you want to chat, you know. I know some people just want to check it out and everything, but you can chat always, man. Over here, it's all good. It's all family and love over here. Let's keep it going.
Is that cloud up there, which was generated by the engine, is just a mixture of hydrogen and oxygen. It's water vapor. And in about an hour's time, someone in Mississippi is going to get wet washing. It will actually rain. It's raining! That's unbelievable! Oh, that's just playing God. It's making its own weather.
Check the weather at night and wait till the next time they say it's going to be 100% rain. And you ask the spirits, I'll give you the goddesses in a minute, to ask. And you ask the spirits, so you can ask your own spirit to make sure it don't rain the next day. So what I want you to do is an exercise. I want you to go in your mind. Anybody saw the movie The Mummy? The Mummy that came out? And you see these little black scarabs, these little black bugs, the beetles, anybody saw those? I want you to go in your mind and imagine a beetle like shooting up into the clouds. Then you want to take these little black beetles and have them eat up the clouds until you see sunlight. Everything you're dealing with is in your mind, creative imagination. So what we want to deal with now, we give a whole lot of magical exercise tonight, but it's going to be creative imagination. Everything you can do in your mind. And I want you to eat up those clouds and sunshine. And if you could, now I can do it whenever I wanted to. And sometimes they say it's going to be 100%, I'm seeing the TV and I'll turn by the weather and say it's going to be 100% rain tomorrow. I'll go in there and fuck up the weather and it be sunshine and then see the motherfuckers try to explain this shit. They be floating around and it can happen. The Native Americans used to do it. The Africans used to.
Yeah, they probably used to do it back in the day. Yeah, it probably was a thing, but now these days, I don't think it's going like that. You go up there and try to change some shit, they could be like, oh no, it ain't gonna change. We can press the button. It's finna rain, thunder, and tornadoes, everything today. We pressed all the buttons on you today. I don't care what imagination, what manifestation you do, anything, prayers, none of that shit go work. Not in these days.
You could do it.
For real.
Die for knowledge.
Well, instead of doing a rain dance, we physicists are firing trillion-watt lasers into the sky to actually precipitate rain clouds and actually bring down lightning bolts. This is potentially a game changer.
But this is experimental.
It's experimental. However, in the laboratory so far it works. When you have water vapor and you have dust particles or ice crystals, you can precipitate rain. It condenses around the seeds. These seeds can also be created by laser beams. By firing trillion-watt lasers, you rip apart the electrons, creating what are called ions, and these ions act like seeds, like dust particles, bringing down rain and even lightning. Go ahead.
Well, this is fascinating.
Did y'all hear them though? Talking about they can fire lasers into the sky. And we've been hearing about those lasers and everything. So Just listen.
It's me in part because, too, I remember reading the stories that China had used this during the Olympics, that the USSR had used this after Chernobyl to create rain clouds. I mean, did those really work then? We have some of these capabilities now?
Inconclusive. Even in the 60s, the CIA used this to bring down monsoons during the Vietnam War, to wash out the Viet Cong.
See, we were just talking about it. But you know what? This made me wonder though, like, if they got all this, they got the ability to do this and make it come down, make the rain come down and wash out shit and do this when they need to or whatever. Why they don't make it rain when all these fires and all that stuff be going on, when these wildfires going on, they talking about, oh, it can't be contained. It can't be contained. But y'all got machines and shit where y'all can just go to make it rain. Like, I don't understand it, y'all.
Governments have been playing with this thing.
Alleged to.
Alleged to, right.
Yeah.
Now, we realize that for decades now, these governments have been alleged to have experimented with weather control, but nothing conclusive. This time we're bringing in the laws of physics rather than simply waving our hands and uttering mumbo jumbo. We're actually using trillion-watt lasers now. And in the laboratory, sure enough, they precipitate rain out of water vapor. Sure enough, you can actually bring down electricity down the beam.
During the
Y'all hear what he said? They're using trillion-watt lasers right now. Right now. Like, and we've been, hey, I know y'all done heard about them dudes, them DEWs. Y'all seen what happened in Hawaii and all these wildfires and everything. It makes you think, don't it? Like, this shit crazy, man. Salute to Angela Dow, the boss lady is in the building.
Vietnam War, the U.S. military launched a secret weather modification program called Operation Popeye. The goal? To extend the monsoon season and disrupt enemy supply routes along the Ho Chi Minh Trail by creating heavy rainfall. Using planes to disperse silver iodide into clouds, they succeeded in increasing rainfall by up to 30%. Despite its effectiveness, the operation remained classified for years and sparked controversy when revealed, raising questions about the ethics of weather manipulation. The project ended in 1972, and while the U.S. officially denies ongoing weather modification, it left behind a legacy of conspiracy theories and distrust. Follow for more.
Can we engineer the weather? Cloud seeding is a form of weather modification that can produce what we want more or less of. More rain or snow, or even smaller hail pellets. China is building the world's largest weather modification system to artificially enhance rain that will cover an area of over 2.1 million square miles by 2025. Today, at least 52 countries across the globe are using some sort of weather modification program. While it may sound too good to be true, the technology has been around for more than 75 years. Clouds are made up of...
Y'all hear that? Technology been around for more than 75 years. And they trying to act like they stopped in 72. They ain't using these machines and stuff no more. They just stopped. Oh, we ain't using it. We ain't manipulating the weather no more. Yeah, right. All this all crazy shit going on with the weather and stuff, and all these tragic events that didn't happen with the weather and everything. Like, I don't know, man. I don't trust them. But that's my opinion. Let's keep it going. Power lines, what up, fam?
Tiny water droplets. Groups of droplets form water vapor or ice crystals. By itself, this water vapor isn't dense enough to fall to the ground as precipitation. Instead, it rises until it becomes supercooled and condenses around tiny particles of dust in the sky, called condensation nuclei. It takes billions of these condensed water droplets to form a visible cloud. In cloud seeding, a seeding agent is used as the condensation nuclei. Typical seeding agents are chemicals such as silver iodide, potassium iodide, or solid carbon dioxide. These are shot into clouds by rockets or sprayed into clouds using drones or aircraft. Unattached supercooled water vapor.
That what them sea trails be up there, and they be up there cloud seeding and doing little stuff. It makes you think, don't it? They ain't up there for no reason.
Molecules in the clouds condense around these particles. The condensed water vapor droplets then group together, becoming larger and heavier. This process continues until the droplets are large enough to fall as rain. Recently, the UAE created artificial rain using drones. These drones targeted certain clouds with electrical discharges through concentrated lasers to force water droplets to pool in the air, triggering the desired rainfall.
Wow.
Today, the largest cloud seeding system in the world is found in China. China creates 55 billion tons of artificial rain a year. Other countries are also looking to ramp up cloud seeding efforts in the hope of increasing precipitation. Thailand has an ambitious aim to remove water shortages in 98% of the country's drought-affected areas by 2037. The idea behind cloud seeding is to create rain in regions that are most affected by droughts, thus
this shit crazy, y'all. This is right in front of our face. Like, it's right here. All the proof and everything is right here, man. All this artificial rain and everything. But I'm just don't understand. Like, I'm putting 2 and 2 together. I'm just trying to figure it out. Like, we got the ability to do this. Like, why is they letting these wildfires and stuff take place and burn for so long, talking about they can't contain them, when all they got to do is just create some artificial rain and put that shit out or something. But we understand it's all a play. It's a reason behind it. They probably trying to burn certain areas down or something and rebuild, do something to it. Or, I don't know, man, but this shit's just crazy, y'all. This is crazy. And my homie said I'm a conspiracy theorist because he like, man, that's Mother Nature, man. Ain't nobody manipulating the weather, but it's right in front of our face. They telling us, they telling us right here, and it's proof. Like, shit crazy.
reducing the impact of droughts. In 2015, cloud seeding increased the local rainfall in Texas by about 34%. The technology can also be used to manage hail. According to an estimate, hailstorms in the U.S. cause an average of $15 billion in damage to homes, cars, and crops each year. Cloud seeding increases the number of ice pellets in hail-producing clouds, but decreases the size of each pellet. This can reduce the damage caused by hail. Cloud seeding can also clear away fog by turning it into precipitation, improving visibility around airports. But there is a catch. For cloud seeding to work, specific atmospheric conditions must exist. Cloud seeding can't create clouds. It can only add particles to clouds which interact with the water vapor already present in the air. Also, cloud seeding does not always go as planned. In 2009, China performed cloud seeding in an attempt to end a drought, resulting in a temperature drop and a snowstorm that closed roads around Beijing.
See? You see what he just said? Sometimes it don't go as planned. And shit, you know, they might be like, man, yeah, we want to make it rain or something. In that case, it got cold as hell and snow came down. So sometimes the machines do fuck up. That's crazy, y'all. That's crazy work right there, y'all.
There are also concerns about unwanted ecological changes. Rain in one area might bring drought to another, which could lead to ecological imbalances. After all, water that falls from the sky must go somewhere. If that extra precipitation falls in a place where it cannot be absorbed into the ground, then it could trigger flooding. Today, water shortages and floods affect every continent. Around 1.2 billion people, or almost 1/5 of the world's population, live in water-scarce areas. Another 500 million people face intermittent scarcity, and around 1.47 billion are directly exposed to the risk of intense flooding. While cloud seeding is not a permanent solution, it may help to reduce the number of those affected.
then after seeing that, it made me think. Y'all remember like when that one time when, well, it be happening a lot, but when the fish end up like on the shore and there would be a lot of dead fish. I remember one time seeing like it was a lot of dead fish like on an expressway or something from the water, from the shore or something. But now I'm starting to think like, damn. Like first I was thinking like maybe it was something in that water or something, you know, first they be dumping pollution and all that type of shit. But now I'm thinking like, damn, what if a lot of those fish and everything just died and everything because they might have, you know, had some artificial water or something, or drop something down and that fish couldn't stand some of that shit that's used to create that artificial water. And they, you know, kick the bucket. I'm just thinking though. Just thinking. It's crazy, this crazy work right here.
Antennas around the world. But in relation to HARP, they're like a child's cap gun compared to a 50mm cannon.
When locals discovered what DARPA and the Air Force were building in Alaska, they demanded answers. The military admitted to building antennas that could affect the atmosphere, but insisted they use technology different than Eastland's patents.
Hang on. Let me see if I follow.
Go ahead.
Tesla dies. The government steals his plans for a death ray machine. They lose the plans. Then, by some miracle, they find a guy who patents a bunch of stuff based on Tesla's death ray machine. So they give him money to build this HARP thing, but they're not using his stuff. They're using some other stuff, and it's all fine. Nothing to see here. Does that about sum it up? Bullshit.
Eastland later confirmed the military's interest in his work. Before his death in 2007, he said, "HARP is the perfect first step toward a plan like mine. There are powerful people involved. The military never sleeps."
Lazy days, what
When you
up?
look at the other patents built upon the work of Eastland, it becomes clear how the military intends to use a HARP transmitter. It could give them a tool to replace the electromagnetic pulse effect of some atmospheric thermonuclear devices still considered an option by some planners. It can replace the huge, extremely low frequency submarine communication system. It could replace the over-the-horizon radar system once planned for the current location of HARP with a much more accurate system.
The technical similarities between HARP and Eastland's patents are obvious to engineers. By 1993, DARPA and the Air Force had built a machine that could turn weather into a weapon, and they were excited to show off their new toy.
The statement that there is no association between the ionosphere and surface weather is an outright lie. We can artificially influence the Earth's aurora with a relatively small amount of energy, and we know that outbursts of the northern lights do change weather patterns. There is indeed mounting evidence that upper atmospheric events affect lower atmospheric weather and vice versa.
In 1996, the U.S. Air Force published Weather as a Force Multiplier, Owning the Weather in 2025. This wasn't science fiction. It was a military assessment of weather modification as a combat tool. The paper stated weather modification will become part of domestic and international security and could be done unilaterally. It could have offensive and defensive applications and even be used for deterrence purposes. Weather warfare isn't new. During Vietnam, the U.S. conducted Operation Popeye. Cloud seeding to extend monsoon season over enemy supply routes. They called it making mud, not war.
The military and its short operation names. It's like naming your guillotine Mr. Snippy.
Pilgrim, what's up, fam?
For years, the idea of creating rain with electricity was a conspiracy theory.
But then...
Dubai is making it rain in a sweltering desert by zapping clouds with electricity using drones.
Fascinating, isn't it?
Critics argue HARP's power is too low to affect global weather. A lightning bolt contains 1 billion watts. A hurricane releases energy equal to thousands of nuclear bombs. How could HARP compete? Well, the answer is chaos theory. Weather is a chaotic system. In chaotic systems, small changes trigger larger events. The classic example is the butterfly effect.
Ashton, gotcha.
We're not playing pub trivia.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
HAARP's designers understood chaos theory. They didn't need to match nature's power. They just needed to know where to apply the pressure.
Wow.
A butterfly's wings can start a tornado, and HAARP was the most powerful butterfly ever created.
Damn. That's crazy. So basically, it's they're saying like the weather machines are a chaos system. They know when to apply to cause other things to happen and everything, man. Allegedly, let me say that before they get mad. Get the fucking with the stream. Y'all know how they do. But the proof is in the pudding, man. Like they've been manipulating the weather and forever, for years and years and years. And what makes you think they would stop now? They definitely still using them. Allegedly. Let me say that, man. Lock Stock, what up, fam? Salute to everybody in the building. Make sure I hit that like button. Keep the algorithm jumping, y'all. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Let's keep it going, man. It's good seeing everybody. It's crazy out here, y'all. It's crazy.
You understand me? It's time we introduce something called reciprocal tariffs. That means you tariff me, I tariff you. That means these tariffs now go both ways. They bisexual. Y'all love saying I don't love the LGBs? Well, guess what? These tariffs do. They gay now. Bisexual. Let's go. If you look at my chart, put it up right here. If you look at my chart, it say China been trying to tax us 60%. That's crazy. We always showed them love. Vietnam, 90%. Oh, I must be soft. Cambodia taxing us 97% on tariffs. I don't even know where Cambodia is. It stopped today. It stopped. Mind you, I'm not an ignorant man. If you want to build your products on my block and then sell them on my block, ain't no tariffs.
Right.
But if you want to build on your block and sell on my block, huge tariffs. I ain't playing no games. Because peep game, Europe won't even take our poultry, but they want to sell us beans. But you won't take our cotton? Australia won't import our beef. Talk about some steroids and chemicals. Y'all tough, right? Mate. Asia won't accept our rice. Them niggas love rice. It gotta be me. I must be soft. It stopped today. I left NAFTA, whatever. I do it again. It's a bad deal. The World Health Organization, I left that too. Bad deal. Eggs down $6. Who messed with me? Questions.
Reports are coming out of Greenland saying that our approach was too heavy-handed. Do you care to comment?
Hey, what's Greenland? What's that? You mean New Trumpland. That's my new trap. I'm working on something special. I'm gonna put in more military over there, more guns, and what they gonna do? Stop us? It's Big DT. Next question.
Your administration deported a man from Maryland to El Salvador by error. Care to comment?
You want to be deported next?
No, Mr. President.
Bet. Shut up. Next question.
Couldn't help but notice that Russia nor Israel was on that list of countries about to be tariffed. Care to comment?
That's about my time, y'all boys. You know what it is already with me. Big DT, home of the free. We out there, baby.
Think about the enemies you can't talk to so easily. I'd make our allies pay their fair share. We're a debtor nation. Something's going to happen over the next number of years with this country because you can't keep going on losing $200 billion. And yet we let Japan come in and dump everything right into our markets and everything. It's not free trade. If you ever go to Japan right now and try to sell something, forget about it, Open. Just forget about it. It's almost impossible. They don't have laws against it. They just make it impossible. They come over here, they sell their cars, their VCRs, they knock the hell out of our companies. Kuwait, they live like kings. The poorest person in Kuwait, they live like kings. And yet they're not paying. We make it possible for them to sell their oil. Why aren't they paying us 25% of what they're making? It's a joke.
This sounds like...
Man, Trump been on this tariff ship. Y'all see this? This is back in 1988. Before he was even thinking about, well, I ain't gonna say he was thinking. He probably, this all of this is by design. He probably knew he was gonna end up being president one day, way back then too. Like they be knowing what's up and everything, but you know, I see what he was talking about back then. Like, man, hey, it ain't right.
Political presidential talk to me, and I know people have talked to you about whether or not you want to run. Would you ever?
Probably not. But I do get tired of seeing the country with.
Why would you? This is that bullshit I be talking about, y'all. We got money for war but can't feed the poor. Africa's shot at an HIV vaccine has been frozen due to United States pulling out, y'all. Tell me how they don't want to help without saying they don't want to help. This is ridiculous, y'all. They don't care about us. That's how I feel. When you got the power or you got the money to do something you know is correct and right in the world, why not do it? America spend their money everywhere else doing everything else but helping the people. I believe all they need is like $50 million, y'all. 50 million goes a long way. And that's all they need to keep doing this, to keep funding it, to figure out what is the last little tweak they need to make sure that this vaccine is safe for the people to use. But as of right now, all the studies they've been doing, they said it's been effective. They just need a little bit more tweaks, and that's where the U.S. come into play. Like, come on, y'all. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this down below in the comments.
Now that's crazy work right there. Like, why wouldn't they want to help for that? Because we know why they don't want to help. Like, man, we don't want y'all to create no vaccine or create something to prevent that or something. Like, shit, we put that in the hoods on purpose. We trying to control the population. Man, y'all trying to blow us up, man. So we know what's going on, man. You got to read in between the lines. That's crazy right there. That's crazy work. Because why wouldn't you want to help? Somebody come up with something that's like, hey, we got a way we can prevent and stop HIV. But y'all, like, we say no. Oh, no, we ain't, we ain't got the money. But we sending trillions of dollars over the motherfuckers for war, or we spending unnecessary money on bullshit with the politicians, just trying to launder money and everything, and we can't do nothing like that to help the people. That shit crazy, y'all. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Lazy dads, what you talking about? We said don't do this for money. A lie, free, bro. I don't know what you're talking about, fam. This is free. It's all free. It's all for learning purposes, man. Educational purposes only, man.
What I'm about to show y'all is one of the most creepiest and ominous videos I've ever showed y'all.
We're straight up, oh my god. This is really dangerous.
I don't know when this happened. I don't know where this happened. And if y'all do, can you let us know down in the comments below? You're not telling me that we don't live in Stranger Things, y'all. Like, they didn't know what they were doing when they put that series out on Netflix. It looks like Stranger Things world has merged with our timeline. Do you guys see Imagine this? Walking out to this and seeing this, you would start questioning your reality real quick, which is what she started doing when she said, oh my God. But as you look at this video, you can see like the sky pulsating too. Can y'all see that? As of lately, the energy I'm getting from the earth is a lot of, we're not in Kansas type of energy anymore. Do you guys feel what I'm saying? And as I'm saying this right now, the wind where I'm at is acting crazy. You're in Florida. If you're in Florida, you know what I'm talking about. We have some type of storm heading for us right now with some crazy amount of lightning, y'all. And they're also speaking of tornadoes. Y'all know how that's been as of late. Any of you guys feel like we're not in Kansas anymore? Let me know that in the comments below, y'all. The shift is here. Let's continue to get it. Peace and
Oh, whoa. What is that? It's like no. Yes. Well, that's a UFO. What the heck? I got chills. What is that?
That looked crazy, but I don't think that's like no UFO or nothing else. I think that right there, I think that's part of the game. You feel me? I think that's probably one of those lasers or something. That might be Project Bluebeam type stuff or something. They doing that in the sky on purpose, trying to, I don't know, throw people off. I don't know though. That's just my opinion, because that looked crazy. It looked amazing though. It looked nice, but that's crazy. I don't know what's going on with that right there, y'all.
What the heck? I got chills. What is that?
that's crazy right there. Now, they playing with people doing that. I don't know. I don't think that's like a UFO or nothing, man. I think that's like some shit they shooting up in the sky or something.
Look at this photo that was taken in Germany yesterday, you guys. I don't know what's going on, but this guy said it was a real photo. This is unedited and everything. But look at these weird anomalies that's popping out of this photo, y'all. What is going on here? It looks like there's like some type of energetic exchange happening here with the sun. And looking at this picture, I'm looking at so many things here. Like I see a sphere right over here. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. Y'all see that? It's like a transparent version of it. And there's another huge sphere down over here. He said this thing was sitting over the horizon. Y'all can clearly see that right there. Look at that. It looks like a huge version of this thing over here. And then y'all see this. And then I always point this thing out behind the sun to y'all. But look at this. It looks like the sun has wings. Do y'all see that? Look at that. Those look like huge wings. The sun looks like it's got some crazy aura around it. I see blue over here, purple over here, and then this whole energetic exchange going on over here. This is crazy. But yes, y'all, this was taken yesterday in Germany, and you guys, you see they're trying to, obfuscate it. Y'all see that over here. There's a lot of things happening in the sky, y'all, just throughout the whole world, period. And to me, this right over here looks like a portal. Like it's a gateway getting ready to open. Am I tripping? Do y'all see that too? Look at that. It looks like the Dragon Ball Z Saiyan ships, like the little pods that they come into Earth with. But what else do y'all see here? Let me know down in the comments below. The ship
that look crazy, but I don't know if it's real or not. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's a real. I don't know, man. Like it's hard for me to tell what's real and what's fake now. Like, I don't know if that's legit, but that definitely looked crazy.
is here, y'all. Let's get it. Peace and.
So I'm supposed to believe that they took thousands of Africans and brought them to America on these boats? I got a question, and I was wondering if someone can answer this for me. If America is based on capitalism, why didn't those that run this country take the opportunity to make billions off the slave ships? What would be one of the biggest tourist attractions in America? The slave ships.
Right.
Think about it. Everybody would pay to see how in the hell they got all these rowdy ass Africans on these boats and brought them over here. But you telling me the people that run this country, who love money, never took the advantage of that $1 billion opportunity. You got all these statues and old ass houses of so-called plantations, but not one slave ship. Not one. And then think about this. Why are black Americans the only people in this world without a country to back them? The only people in this world whose history got a little mystery. Why is America the only country in this world that's a corporation and not a country? Why does every other country have wars on their land but America? Because everyone knows this is the sacred land and they created Israel. Everybody know who this land truly belongs to, which is why they can never pay us reparations. It would bankrupt the country. That's why black Americans are the only people who were stripped of their true identity, because that had to be done in order to not only take the land, but be able to keep it. The fact that they never took the opportunity to make billions off of having just one slave ship, with the way they love money, let me know we was already here. But you want me to believe this.
Right. It's all a fucking lie. And it ain't no slave ships. They want us to believe they brought all them slaves over on some ships and everything, man. It's not believable. Shit don't exist. And you right. If it did exist, they would have those slave ships for people to go check out. They'd be making money off of that shit right now. That's what this whole country built off of, making money. They want to make some money. So I understand it completely. But far as that weather manipulation, y'all, it's a real thing. That's definitely a real thing. I'm about to send this stream to my homie and let him check out some of those videos, because he definitely told me that it's just all Mother Nature with all this crazy stuff going on. And I'm telling him, like, man, you don't think it's a possibility that they deliberately doing some of this stuff, flooding some of these areas and everything? And he's like, no, man, it's Mother Nature, man. They ain't doing that. But The proof is in the pudding. It's right in front of our face. So it's crazy, man. But salute to everybody, y'all. Take it day by day. Protect your peace watching these videos. Stay on wave. Stay vibrating those high frequencies. Keep showing love. In the end, we will win. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my content management and all my moderators and everybody in the chat, everybody in here. Please hit that like button on your way out. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate everybody. It's your boy Thou, FamOverTV. Peace and love to everybody, health and wealth. I'll see y'all real soon, y'all. Peace.
Fam over.